All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Wrenched Out Garage. So today we have something pretty cool. So you've seen in Wrenched Out Garage me do some reviews on different products, from the headset to the Bluetooth. I recently did the Glock video. We're going to jump into a Ruger 1022. This is going to be multiple episodes, but I'm going to do it all in one, but we're going to cut it up. So what I have behind me right here is a Ruger 1022. It is not loaded. There's no magazines that are loaded. There's no ammo. So of course, anytime you're dealing with firearms, please take the safety precautions before doing anything with them. Make sure ammo is removed from the scenario. Make sure the magazines, and just be safe, guys. So we've got a Ruger 1022 semi-automatic. It is the auto feed. It is not a bolt action. It is probably the most sold 1022 on the market today. And it is because it's a fantastic 1022. If you want to go out planking or target shooting, there's no better rifle for it. The ammo is, I know at times, scarce, but it still is cost effective versus your 223 if you're shooting an AR platform, or if you're shooting a 308 or whatever it is you're shooting. 1022 is the preferred thing. So what are we going to do with this stock 1022? So let me show this to you first. Again, it is not loaded. As you can see, there's no magazine. There's no rounds in it. It is the standard wood stock. These retail, I've seen them anywhere from 180 bucks to 280 bucks. It is not a takedown, which is the synthetic model, where you can snap the barrel and it breaks down into two. This is your standard 1022. It has the Picatinny on the top that it came with. Very standard. Okay, so let me put this back. So let's talk about what we're gonna do with this bad boy. So we've been collecting parts for this for quite some time, and it's time to make the build happen. So we've got a stock 1022 Ruger semi-automatic rifle, and we've shot it. We've taken it to the range. I'm not going to show footage of that just because there's thousands of videos where they talk about it. If you're watching this video, more than likely, if you shot a 1022, it was a Ruger, so I'm not going to show you. But I am going to show you what we're going to do to it, and then we're going to break it apart into multiple videos on what we're going to do to this. So let's take a look. So first off, we have the Ruger light and trigger. So this is actually, you can get this from Ruger. It reduces it down to about 3 pounds of pressure, which means how much pressure you have to apply to the trigger, and then the hammer goes. So that's for any gun. This is specifically built for the Ruger. So a couple of things that we're going to do in addition just to this little unit right here is, if you take a look at this, there's a little plunger right here that you can kind of see, and I'm pushing in with my finger. This is the feed plunger. So your ammunition comes up through the magazine, comes up and sits into this. So what we have is a Kid Industries or a Cool Guys Guns stainless steel plunger with a reduced spring. Why? Great question, great thought. Well, why would you want to make a change? Well, this spring and the stainless steel, number one, is way better than any kind of blued or hardened product. Why? Because it never rusts, it never tempers, it just stays as it should be. This product will enhance this product. So we want to marry these two and make a better product of this. We got the trigger pull. That's the main change with this. This is just about trigger. So in addition to this, we also have this guy right here, your standard magazine release. So if you've shot a 1022, a Ruger 1022, the magazine release, as it's on the gun, you flip it forward. It's kind of tough. It's not, if you're out there having fun after you use it a while, it's not very technical. It's just not very fun. I'll show you what it looks like on the gun. So same setup as it is on the gun. You see that guy right there? The magazine sits up in the well. When you go to release it, you clip it forward. It's not very soft. It's rather tough to use. So what we're gonna go to, and there's a lot of options for this in the marketplace. We decided to go with Tactical Solutions, who is manufactured in Idaho. Another great product, and that is the extended magazine release. So it is exactly as it looks like. So this sits under, and we'll show a video on it, sits under the trigger guard, and it tucks up there real nice. So when you actually go to use it, you're just flipping your finger down and the mag releases, the magazine or mag. So that's what we're gonna do, that trigger section. 2 pieces. So let's keep going here. So another thing that we're gonna do, just to show it real quick, is you have your draw. See this guy right here, which is your rifling. See, so the receiver's back at the moment. This we're gonna change, and then there's a pin that sits right around here in the back of it. So the slide hits that when you fire the rifle. Well, the pin that comes with it, if you really listen or you really shoot your 10-22, it makes a clanging, kind of a clanging sound, right? And what that is this slide, as you engage or fire the rifle, hits that and goes back, hits that and goes back. But, you know, it's good for the life of the rifle. A lot of people don't care about it, but it does make a little bit of a sound. In addition to making a little bit of a sound, it's just metal to metal fatigue. It's kind of a technical thing, but Cool Guy Guns, again, Kid Industry. Those guys are Kid Curry. I keep saying Kid Industry. Kid Curry, they came up with a polymer cover for a pin. Looks like this guy fits in there and it reduces that sound. So that's another nice little advantage. These little guys, like this is cheap. It's like $7. Is it worth it? I think so you don't get the little pinging when you're shooting. When you're shooting something like this and what we're about to build, you're serious about it. You want to have the best precision shooting machine that you can have. So that's what we're going for. So this again is like $7. The bolt, like I was saying, so this is the new bolt or charging handle. It's kind of cool looking. We'll show this too. It also comes with adjustable springs and a new rod. This is a newer rifle. We've had it for a while. Have only had the opportunity to shoot it a couple of times. So we're going to do that as well. So let's keep going though. So in addition to that, that's essentially the internals that we're going to change here in the rifle. That's quite a bit. So the trigger's going to be changed. The magazine's going to be changed, the internal plunger, and then the slide where it hits, the internal receiver hits when it's shooting, and then of course, right there, that little guy right there is going to change as well. So what else are we going to change on this? Well, the stock, right? I mean, traditional stock, you've seen this for probably 20, 30 years. Great design. There's nothing wrong with Ruger's. However, we're going to update it. The stock, I'll show you the stock we're going to go with on this build. And then we're also going to change the barrel. So this is your standard kind of fluted, blued barrel. I mean, it served its purpose for a long time. Great build if you just want a standard build. What we're doing is more of a precision shooter, and that's what we're going for. So let's take a look at what we're going to go with here. So for the stock, we went with the Hunter Magpul X-22. That's this guy right here. Comes with adjustable pads in the rear, so there are extra pads that come in the box. It's the Magpul. It has your sling attachment here, or a QD sling attachment, or a quick deploy sling attachment here. It is the same on both sides, okay? You also have, if you want to buy the cheek pads, you can buy these as well, so you can raise this up if that's what you want to do. As far as the rest of it, it is a synthetic stock. It has the M-lock design on the bottom side and the other side as well. There's a lot of great features with this guy right here. Your hand fits in nicely. Your hand kind of tucks under, and it's just the right feeling as far as shooting a rifle. 1022 doesn't have much kick at all. So the other cool thing with the X-22, so in this build, we've collected parts for a long time. It isn't just something that we went out and bought everything at once. So we've collected the parts. So we're gonna do this all at once, and we'll break these videos up into multiple. So here's another cool feature that they did with the X-22 Magpul stock. If you look at this channel right here, so this channel that you see right here is built just for the stock barrel. So the tapered barrel that I just showed you will fit right into this thing. So if you're just doing piece by piece at a time and you're building up for it, this is wicked, because the Hogue and some of the other ones, you have to either get a bull barrel or you have to get a tapered barrel, and that's all you're gonna get. Or Archangel or some of the other vendors, you're only getting one or the other. This one comes with both. So this has the taper barrel that you see right here. That's the insert. It'll fit perfectly. We're gonna put a bull barrel that I'm gonna show you here in a moment. And what happens is this, all you do is use your torque key or your one of your Allen wrenches, and you flip this little insert over, and we're gonna show you that when we install the barrel. So very nice stock. There it is. That's the Magpul X-22. All right, so let's talk about barrels. So there's a lot of barrels on the market. You can get them from anywhere. I was actually gonna get one from either Ruger. They have a hammered barrel that looks fantastic. Or I was gonna go with Cool Guy Guns, who Kid and those guys have a fantastic, beautiful looking barrel. I am actually surprised I didn't go with their barrel, but I didn't. I went the same brand that I did with the extended magazine. I went with the Tactical Solutions, who were made in Idaho. I went with their barrel. Looks like this right here. It does have a fitting on the end, and it has a fitting cap. It's lightweight. It is also polished and rifled chromoly liner. And then I do have the compensator that goes with it. So this is what's gonna go on the barrel section of the weapon. So we have a lot of great options here. It's gonna take this from just your normal 1022 that you buy at the store to something way far beyond what you would get at pretty much any store, unless you're gonna spend around that $1,000 range for a rifle. So let's look at some other items I got for it too. I did get a Ruger 15 round mag. I got a 15 round mag because the 25 rounder sticks out, in my opinion, too far. And too far meaning that I want to sit this on a bench and shoot it. So the 25, to me, is just sitting too far. I'm not getting a tripod right away. I will add a tripod to it, but even then, I just like the way that the 15 looks and fits. Is just, to me, a little cleaner. Another item we have for it is the Cabelas. This is built specific for a 1022 rifle. This is a scope just for it, and it's the 3x9. It does have the daylight covers on it. It fits to the Picatinny rail on it. I've actually used this on the stock rifle. It does fantastic. You can dial it right in. What a fantastic thing. Most of these items, the reason it took us so long to get all of them is we waited for deals and we waited for the right pricing to come available. This is one of them that we got for a really good price, along with all of these other items. So I will leave these items detailed in the description below, all of them. And this is going to be multiple videos because I didn't want to lump this all together, because this is going to take quite a bit of time to put it all together. So we're going to start on this guy, and hopefully we'll do some shooting and show you guys the differences. But we didn't do shooting with a stock rifle because it's just a stock 1022. If you have a 1022, you know how it shoots, especially a Ruger. Again, it's probably the #1 selling rifle in the world in the 1022 market. I know it is. You guys know it is. If you have a 1022, you've shot a Ruger 1022. So that's what we're gonna do to this bad boy. We're gonna break it up in multiple videos, so check out those videos. Also check out some of our other videos. We've got an assortment. We're trying to keep the Wrenched Out Experiment kind of growing in different areas. Right now we're kind of focusing on some of the firearm stuff. We've got some computer videos, we've got electronics videos, we've also got the Wrenched Out originals that we're going to continue working on, and the business blog, so check those out as well. As always, please share and subscribe. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. Check out our other social media outlets as well. Thank you guys for watching, and check out some of the other videos that are going to be included in this build, this Ruger 1022. This is going to go from just normal Joe Blow to something way wicked, so keep watching. Thanks for checking us out.